What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Killuminati back with another video. So today I don't really have a exclusive content video for you, but we do got some real talk. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go ahead and get right into that. I also want to talk about the power progression. I don't know if we want to call it a part two or whatever, but there's some things that I realize about that progression. You know how they say that there's knowledge is power? Well, progression is power as well. Why? Because progression is actually action, and it's a whole lot louder than words. People will judge you off of your actions. They'll be able to judge you by the things that you do, the moves you make. It's kind of hard to get in the way when a person's busy, right? Because that is literally your excuse for everything. I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a busy man. You can't expect too much from me. And if you get anything out of me, you gotta highly respect it, because I didn't have to give you my time that you may have needed. You understand what I'm saying? So if you make yourself a busy person, I don't know if any of y'all seen the South Park. I don't know if it was an episode or if it was the movie, but I think it was a movie, but it was the maintenance man. In the beginning of the movie or whatever, it was like all the guys stopped working or whatever, and it was like literally just one maintenance man, because everybody else, they wanted to be a doctor and social media and all this other stuff, right? So the maintenance man was like collecting all this money, and then he just started acting real funny. He come through with, pants, crack hanging through his ass or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And these people are literally trying to bargain with him now, because the tables have turned and everybody needs him. And he's like, oh man, I got work loaded up to my ears. I ain't gonna be able to get to you till about 3 years. You know what I'm saying? They're like, please, I'll pay you extra. It was like, nope, can't do it. Like, it was just so funny. But it's because my man was progressive. My man was busy. My man was staying on task. And once he built up his schedule and people realized how busy he was, that's when his value went up. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to say about that, and the progression part, and how important it is to just keep moving. Because like I said, to your every rebuttal, for the most part, if anybody's trying to get you off of your task or off of your dean or off of your your P's and Q's or your focus, you just be like, look, man, I'm too busy for this. I got a lot going on. I need to do this. I got to do that. You start flooding them with work that you got to do. You're literally stomping them, because they're now just realizing, oh shit, I don't have the kind of life he got. I'm becoming a hassle. I look like a hassle right now. Yeah, you do, because I am very busy. Why? It's nothing selfish about a person who builds themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody has to take out their time, or nobody owes anyone of your time, especially if you built yourself to be a person who is dedicated to your tasks, and you realize these things, and that nobody can knock you off your hustle. But you constantly see people who come into your life that may have other motives, and they may have a certain drive, but it ain't the kind of drive that you have, even if it's the same things that you have, or the same needs you need, or wants that you want. They don't really have the same drive, because their ambition is not on the same level. And the reason why is because these people do too much talking and not enough initiation. They don't put in enough work. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm calculating. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to take it from me, I want to tell you what I see out of a lot of individuals who just, they go out here and they do a lot of yapping. They yap at the lips. They'll even let you yap at the lips for them and agree with it, saying, what kind of person they're going to be or turn out, and this, that, and the third. But then you sit back for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you watch these people do absolutely nothing at all to better themselves. Meanwhile, they want to hold you accountable to listening to their every complaint, of why they don't have it and why they can't succeed, and why people don't help them, and how they got to sit around and watch other people while they struggle, and try to make you feel like you're a selfish individual and stuff like this, that, and the third. And it's crazy because nobody want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear every time um these other individuals, they have their own problems, right? Nobody wants to hear oh well, you got money, or you know what I mean, you balling, so that's, we do get it. But the same reason why people like me, you can't skip the fact and say, oh, you don't remember ever a time where you remember the stories about when I was homeless, or you don't remember when you seen me not having this and that and the third. So this talk ain't because I got this and that. This talk is because I realized at those points when I made the transition, that's when I had to realize and wake up what I had to do for myself. And once I started doing that, I ain't had nobody to blame in this world. So the power is going to be all up to you when it comes to progressing and how far you decide you want to, press the issue. How far you want to press and progress in life. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to a certain point, there is nobody that can pull you back, take you down, you know what I'm saying, bring you under, to continuously casting spells and listening to all this nonsense that people spew out when it's time for you to set your goals and your standards. This is why you absolutely want people away from you when you're doing your initiation. You understand what I'm saying? So by the time they do see you, if they do, when they do see you, you're completely working. You're doing something. You're always busy. I'm telling you, you really got to make it an importance on people too. And if you ain't busy, act busy. You feel me? Just like, it's almost like just dodge that bullet. Why? Because you don't want to hold no conversations with them. Why? Because they're not willing to initiate things with you that's going to build you to getting to a better level. If it's time to have peace with yourself, or just have peace of mind, or anything like that, I would say I'd suggest, searching out for that peace, for isolation first, before you go dibbling and dabbling to thinking that these people out here is going to be somebody that you're going to be able to relax and get that peace or comfortability with. So, you know what I'm saying? Go search for that on your own, see what you can make out of it. Because other than that, you know what I'm saying, you literally just jumping into the world to see what you can find. But that's why I'm literally building my particular place of peace. I'm building my area because and if those individuals out there, if you're looking for a relationship, if you're a man looking for that, build your place of peace. And if that person wants to come and find that interesting, or if they want to consider that being, the experience of life and not all these other things that the world constantly has to offer, you know what I'm saying? Let them see that you are that experience. Why? Because you already took the time to build that. You already took the time, and they'll notice it. Why? Because what you do is going to result in and reflect of you who built it, what you've done. It's going to result and reflect of who you are. So like your business, if you build a business, everything from the business cards to the voicemail to everything you see or hear about that business that was structured by the individual, that is a result of who that person is. So if you see their postcards and their postcards is colorful and they look this and that and third, then you're gonna have to assume if that person did these cards, that's the craftiness of this individual. That's the capabilities. That is the art and fashion of this person. You understand what I'm saying? And believe it or not, it's called optimization. But believe it or not, people buy into that like crazy. Okay, it's called optimization. Okay, so anything you're trying to do, you want to optimize it. You want to paint up the pictures. You want to make sure you're not just rambling. If you're putting out description, or you're trying to bring in somebody, or reel in people, what it is that you're talking about, you got to make sure you stay with potent features of content. That means everything that you're saying should be potent. It shouldn't be broke down. It shouldn't be elaborated on too much. Why? Because you need simple text form. You need simple content, right? Direct to the money. Direct content. So optimization works very well. When they say pictures speak, pictures paint 1,000 words, but it depends on the words you choose as well. If you choose potent words, those pictures, it may not take 1,000 words to paint a picture. You understand what I'm saying? If you say you're a carpet cleaner, right? You don't gotta say everything that it is that you do with carpet cleaning. Oh, we do this carpet and that carpet and all the things that are left out for questioning. For the most part, I want to freeze this for a second. Yeah, it just froze. But everything that's pretty much that could be left up in the air for a question, you don't want to answer those questions on your advertisement for the most part. What you want to do is just put particularly what it is you do. If you have a quality discount or a special going on at the particular moment, and a phone number, and that's optimized. That's optimized. Why? Because it's simple. It's simple. It's something that you can give them that's not too broad, and something that they can visualize all on their own, even if it takes them having to use their own imagination. And that's why it's good to just tell them exactly what it is that you do and let them go from there. So therefore, it'll create questions for them to ask when they call. It'll just boil them up to call you. It'll just say, dang, you know what? It didn't answer all my questions. Looking at that, I'm kind of intrigued right now because I saw, what I needed, but I got all these questions. So I'm more intrigued to call because of the fact I don't see everything else on there versus you putting certain things up there and he thinking that's all you have. That could literally dissuade them from the actual sale. But I was just trying to show you how to potentize yourself, how to, I know that was a freeze that looked kind of corny. I hate the fact that this program does that. But anyway, like I said, I didn't have, real exclusive content today. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of stuff going on out there in the world today, which, man, I don't even care about that world, man. I can't even lie to y'all, bro. Like, I know we all live in the same world, but I ain't even, man, real talk, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really, like, at this point, just help certain individuals who want to, take different paths in life and learn a few things from other people that they can survive. They can put onto their care package or the apocalyptical, you know what I'm saying, savior pack. Whether it's batteries, flashlights, showing you how to grow this fruit and vegetables or whatever. Because let's be honest, man, we never know when it's really going to take place or anything or whatever's going to take place. All we need to know is, and this is why I got on here today, is that we're struggling. We're struggling to keep content out. And I ain't talking about people like me. I'm talking about the world. Everywhere you turn is movies and just lies everywhere. The YouTube, the just everywhere. Social media is so full of nonsense. It's crazy. So people like me, we realize that and we say, you know what, man, we just need to get on here for some open discussion, some real talk. Let's just go ahead and talk about some things that, I'm saying, most people ain't talking about right now because they too rambling about a bunch of demonic activity. And there's a lot of things that can help you spiritually grow and guide you through the process when you keep your spirit open to, different information, different content and knowledge even. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always here to educate you. Sometimes I'm just here to just bust it up. You know what I'm saying? To allow you to know that, we're minds of the same kind. You know what I'm saying? And we could walk together, we could think together, we could grow together, and we don't technically have to be together. Just like God doesn't technically have to be here with us. So, just with that being said, two are together gathered in his midst, you know who right there. And as long as we keep taking that walk, that's what's going to grow us. That's what's going to inspire us. Because of the fact that we choose to reach out for these seeds. We choose to plant seeds in certain things. We choose to supporting me and subscribing to me. That's planting a seed. That's planting a seed within yourself because you took out the time to say, you know what, this person is not like everybody else. He has been saying certain things that, it's more on the, spiritual edification side. And, maybe I just want to listen to him to hear those things or, I'm saying this and that and the third because, I'm not intrigued to get up here and talk a bunch of nonsense about this, that, and the third. I'm really not. But it really do bothers me that, even a person like myself, want to get entertained every here and there. And when you go to look up this content, it's like, CD, this is the reason why you do videos. And I'm like, but this is sad because it's damn near not even anything for me to watch. You know, like I said, I got my few characters or whatever that I watch or whatever. But other than that, it's like, dog, I can't really find anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure it's probably many people. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Can't find them. So it's like when you find these people that you think that you deem as this, that, and the third, you kind of hang on to them like a piece of gold. You feel me? Because it ain't many of them out there. And that's why I said that alone inspires me to just get up here and just have that straight talk with you. I don't need no other content. We need to bust it up sometimes to let you know that people like me and you, we still here in this together. Even if it ain't many of us, we still going to ride this thing out, man. Because we still here and we still got to work. We still got to appreciate some things in life. And this would be one of them. You got to at least appreciate the fact that, wow, I'm not the only person that's going through this or understand these things. So, you know, with that being said, man, like, I mean, you know, they, and when I say they, I mean the powers that be. Those are the ones who orchestrated us to not be together. And, you know, their plan has worked so well that, you know, nowadays, you know, our own people just take it upon themselves to keep that vibe going and say, you know what, we're going to continue to be spread out. And when we stay spread out, we'll never come together. We'll always have this individual, isolated power on our own, which can never be configured to a full system that which God had made to actually put in place to defeat the Legion. You know, we can't defeat the Legion individually on our own, but together we could. But the fact that we're slowful to do certain things, we're slowful because of the trustworthy factors, right? We are peculiar people, is what the Bible says. At the same time, we're not going to we ain't gonna poof foot on moving with the Spirit of Christ, because when it's time for him to start moving, he knows who he wants to move, when he wants to move them, and where he wants to move them to, and only he knows that. Only he knows that. So we don't know anything. We can have our own expectations for this, that, third. Trust me, man. I'm telling you. And that goes for everybody. Me, everybody. Trust me. We don't know what he's doing. We have no idea, and we don't know what he's going to do, when he want to do it, and where he want to do it, who he want to do it with. But all we got to do is making sure that we stay available. And it's terrible because of the fact that, and when I say available, we got to keep our spirit open, willing, a willing vessel for God to come in and use us whenever he get ready to do whatever he trying to do, man. Like, you know, until then, I ain't sweating nothing. I'm just gonna go to work, get this money, dog. And God pull up and say, all right, I'm ready for you to do this, that, and the third. All right, cool, back. But me till then, I ain't rushing God. I ain't doing nothing, boy. Ain't got nothing to do. I just be letting them know, like, look, every here in a while, look, if I end up having to crack one of these demons' heads out here, look, I just gonna need you to protect me. Jeremiah 51:20 says, you will be with me to break them into pieces, man. Come on, old and young, man and woman. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. We ain't playing these games with these demons. Don't play with me, dog. That's not what this is about. When it comes down to me, bro, I get on a mission. If it needs to be done to a demon, it is what it is, bro. All right, but that's all I'm saying. But meanwhile, we can't be slipping ourselves. That's why we got to stay progressing. We got to stay busy because, and I'm telling you, because we could talk about these demons out here all we want. We still living hosts, bro. That means we could still fall to failure. We could still be open to demonic realms. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are certain things that you could do that you may overindulge in something like that you do on a normal. Like, say if you drink, say you may not be a heavy drinker, and say you may just today indulge a lot more heavy than you even anticipated, and boom, you're open. So don't think just because, you know, you believe in God and you're doing this walk, and like I said, you cast demons out of his name and all that. That don't mean you won't catch a demon, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this goes for every single person. So all these people who think they holy, this and that, they're the first ones you need to watch out for. Why? Because they're sitting there waiting. They can't wait to get an opening. They are trying to kill and still destroy the men of God for sure. So we gotta be on our P's and Q's, man. So and I'm only telling you this through experience, man. If I wanted to tell you all my experiences, trust me, you're gonna be like, yo, I would literally just be describing you a sinner life, bro. But that ain't what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm showing us how we can better ourselves, stay on the path, be committed to what God is inspiring for us to do. Because whatever it is that He's setting up in front of you that you see that as a new beginning, that is what your inspiration must be right now. You must be inspired by these things. Whatever it is that He's causing, it's new, it's different, but it's inspiration. And it's also therapy for your mind, body, and spirit. These things. For me, right now, he got me in doing, what do you call it, gardening and farming or something, produce. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's always on my mind thinking about the plants. So that's a mind. I gotta get my mind together. I gotta keep my mind together. Why? Because it's a responsibility in that. Gotta feed them every single day, check on the weather, make sure they eat this, that, and the third. You understand? So you're gonna have to be using your head. My body is because they're gonna feed me good food, as a matter of fact, healthy food, nutritious food, food that ain't gonna give you parasites and toxins. It's actually food that kicks out and breaks down toxins and gets them out of your body and flushes them, like greens and salad and kale and lettuce and all this other stuff that I'm actually growing, broccoli and everything, right? And then for my spirit is because I do feel a personal connection between me, those plants, and God, the one who actually put them here. These are the things that He wanted us to do. Why? Because the food that we actually eat is also alive as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people are eating meat, that food ain't as alive as, when you eat a salad. If the salad wasn't rotten when you ate it, then what was it? It kind of was, yeah. If the fruit wasn't rotten when you ate it, then you know what I mean? It was freshly picked. If for God's sakes, it was still alive. Anything that's produced by that tree is a life form. Why? Because that tree produces life. And that's what we should be eating from the tree of life. And the trees of life and the fruits of life and anything of it. And this is the soul part and more connection. So, and that's why I said these things that, He is having in our lives. And for others, it could be different situations and matters. But it are new beginnings, and you have to be inspired by them. Because if you're not, you ain't going to have no dedication to it. And without that, you won't progress. So, till next time, it's the power of progression, man. It's very important. It'll keep those haters, it'll keep them lurking to do anything else than to get involved with your busy work, because it's too much. It's literally a mountain they know they can't move. So get busy out there, guys. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Till next time, it's your boy Don Killuminati. Get at me. One love. Peace.